podcast for today. We're continuing the series of all the MT's educational journeys, and so I'm MT Victoria, and I'm joined today by Claire.
Hey.
And so today, like I said, we're going to talk about how everybody's educational journey differs, and we've all had different experiences in college or even in high school. So we're going to jump right in, and just tell me about yourself, your major, what are you, junior, senior, kind of stuff like that, and what do you want to do career-wise?
So I am a senior management major, minoring in Spanish and chemistry.
Okay.
Yeah, I already finished those, so like
that's really good.
Really good.
I know. Out of the way.
I know, and then I did think about adding some more, but then I was like, no, I'll never graduate.
Right? Might as well double major at this point.
I know. I almost did a Spanish major, but then they wanted me to take 2 more English classes, and I said no.
No.
I said
English classes?
Yeah, I said it's a Spanish major.
That's crazy.
I want more Spanish classes.
Yeah.
So I didn't do that, so I just stuck with a Spanish minor. And then I'll graduate in May, and then my plan after that is to go to vet school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my question is, 1, what wanted you to get a Spanish minor? And 2, what was your plan doing a management major but then going to vet school? Did you know from the beginning that you wanted to go to vet school?
So I've known since about high school that I wanted to go to vet school, just because I've worked at a dog rescue back in my hometown since like 7th grade, and so kind of been around like veterinary medicine from like for like a long time.
Yeah.
So that was definitely something I was interested in. And then also I've been taking Spanish since 7th grade, and I've always wanted to be like fluent, and I just think it's really great to like know another language.
Yes.
So, and then maybe if I want to work abroad or something, you know, that'll help. And so
that would be a really cool experience.
Yeah, the Spanish minor is kind of just helping with that.
Yeah. I think I've tried to learn Spanish so many times, and I like know words, but I cannot fluently speak it, and I speak it in a very gringo way.
Yeah.
Like, very white.
It's okay. Sometimes I sound like that too, especially with like words that I just don't know, and if they're a lot to pronounce.
Yeah. Well, one thing I want to point out is that your experience going into pre-vet is different from most people. So I guess what was the thought process? Because I'm kind of confused. A lot of people do
animal science.
So why did you choose management?
So I kind of was debating between like animal science and like business when I was like applying to colleges and stuff. But I kind of decided like I want to own my own clinic one day, and like a lot of pre-vet students, they kind of do the science majors like animal science, biology, and chemistry, but they just don't have that business background to like run the business, and that's an important part of it. And then if you like hire someone outside of it, that's like an extra cost.
Yes.
And then so I think it's good to be able to understand how to run a business and kind of know like cost and expenses, and how to kind of decrease those to be successful, and so just understanding those numbers and those functions. And so that was kind of why I went more of the business route.
Yeah, and I think that's great, because I don't know if y'all have noticed, but we're kind of heading in the direction of small business owners. Like, people are no longer necessarily wanting to support multiple large corporations. They're like, we're heading into an era where supporting small businesses, even though they're more pricier, is like is the option that people are wanting to lean towards. So I think like business is becoming very big in the US. So I think that was a great option. What kind of made you want to decide to go to Texas Tech? Like, did you have any other college options that you were thinking of?
So it was really funny because I actually I applied to 5 schools the summer before my senior year, and Tech wasn't one of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like,
what 5 did you apply to?
I applied to A&M, UT, Auburn, North Carolina, and Rhodes College.
Okay.
So very variety.
Yeah.
I didn't really know where I wanted to go, and so I just wanted like a bunch of options. And I kind of applied to like North Carolina and Auburn because they have vet schools. So I was like, oh, I'll apply there. And then A&M and UT because they're in Texas. And then Rhodes was we had like college fairs at my high school.
Yes.
And so I actually talked to a recruiter there, and I was like, oh, this sounds really great. And so I applied there. And so I was like, both my parents went to Tech, and so they never like told me like, oh, you should like consider Tech until like that summer, and then like, hey, maybe you should consider Tech, and I was like, no, I don't want to go there, like it's too far, like I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we had a hurricane hit my senior year, and we were out of school for 2 weeks.
Wait, was it Hurricane Harvey?
It was Hurricane Harvey.
That was my junior year of high school.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were out of school for a while.
Yeah, 2 weeks we weren't in school, and it was like the first week was bad just because that was when it was all rainy and stuff. We couldn't leave because everywhere was flooded. But then the second week everything was cleared up, but we just still weren't in school. So then I was like, let's go like tour tech. Yeah. And so then she like convinced one of my friends to go, and so then I was like, okay, if she's going, then I'll go. And so then I came up here and I toured it, and I loved it.
That's great.
And then I applied, and it was really funny because like all the other schools I toured, it rained. But tech was the only school I toured that it didn't rain.
It's pretty dry up
so
there.
I was like,
You were ready to escape the rain.
Yeah, I really was. That was really the sign. I was like, it rains so much in Houston. I was like, I want to get out of the rain.
I'm from around Houston too, and it always rains there. And I was like, this is gonna be perfect. Like, and you get snow up here still.
Yes,
too.
you get all seasons.
You get all seasons. I was so excited. Now I'm here. I'm like, I miss the rain.
But no, I love the sun.
I like the sun, but I'm ready for the rain. I like my rainy days, like just to relax. But it's so funny that you had applied to like 5 different schools, and then did you go to the October preview? Is that when you took visit, or you just came?
I did it in September when I was off school. We went on a Wednesday.
Gotcha.
So it was like in the middle of the week, and there's 3 other people on our tour, and they were all from Houston because we were all out of school.
Y'all were trying to escape.
And we were all like, might as well tour colleges right now.
I mean, that's the free time we have.
So it was really great because it was like a super small tour, because the other tours I took at schools, they were, you know, big groups of people, and sometimes you can barely hear the tour guides, but like
especially if you're like the back of the group.
You're like not even paying attention, you're just looking at things.
You're just you're like, okay, this is the campus. But it's kind of funny, we have a little bit similar experiences. Like when I was in high school, I had not even applied to any colleges by the time senior year started.
Oh gosh.
Like it was August, I was chilling, I was like, I don't really know where I'm going, but I guess I gotta figure it out.
Right?
Well, I had got my driver's license pretty late, and so my dad bought me this used 2002 Dodge Ram truck. Like, I don't even know from who, someone from around where we were. And I still didn't know what college I was going to, and my dad brings this truck home to me. I was so excited. And on the back is a bumper sticker that says Texas Tech Dad.
It was meant to be.
No, literally, let me tell you this. So I was like, oh, let me check out Texas Tech, and then I visited the October preview. We also visited it for this group I'm a part of called Power Set in high school, where you like visit industries and colleges. Anyways, so my first year at Tech is done, and my mom finally comes over to me, like when I'm home, because we all got sent home because of COVID, and she's like, here's your, this is your life journal. And I was like, my what? She's like, I wrote notes for you throughout your whole life. And I was like, that is so cute. But she stopped when I was like 12. I don't know, like she wasn't as active in it. But I was like, okay, thank you, Mom. So I'm like reading, flipping through some things. And I don't remember this at all, but there's like this entry of like, it was when I was in 3rd grade, and I had this teacher named Mr. Brown. And apparently, according to my mom, I came home one day because my teacher in 3rd grade, Mr. Brown, had me so excited to go to Texas Tech. And I was like, no way, because I had not thought about Texas Tech one bit. Not even like till senior year. And I was like, that's like goosebumps. Like I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I have a similar story to that. Like in 3rd grade, we did like, I guess, a project or something in class where we wrote out where we wanted to go to college.
Yeah.
And for some reason I put Texas Tech. And like it was on red paper, like Texas Tech. I put my favorite number 3 on it. And like we were going through our bins like last year or something, like all our arts and crafts bins from like when we were kids. And I found it, and I was like, okay, so apparently I always knew I was going to Tech.
Right? Like it's so creepy how it happens, but like you're like right where you're supposed to be.
Really?
And it just solidifies the journey, especially because like when I first came to Tech, my first semester, it was really hard because like moving so far away from home, and I bet you can relate because we're kind of from the same area.
No one from my high school came. I didn't know anybody.
I didn't know anybody here.
I didn't know how to make friends again.
Yes, literally, because I used to be so shy and timid, and like I wouldn't approach people. I still kind of don't.
I know, I'm working on it.
I'm working on it, but like when I'm in a group of people, like I'll like make conversation now. So it was really hard my first semester, and I really struggled with that. So like seeing that, I was like, okay, I know I'm supposed to be there, and it was just so crazy.
Yeah. For like the first 2 months of college, it was like making friends.
It was a struggle.
There was like only one class my first semester where I actually like had friends and like talked to people. It was so hard.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like my only friends were my lab partners for solar astronomy, and we only talked in lab. And I was like, oh gosh. But no, yeah, and I think it just goes to show that like at the beginning, that first semester or 2 is just like the hardest one.
Yeah, because it's like I felt like everyone already had their friends. Like when I would go to the dining hall, I'd be like everyone's already in groups and stuff, and I was like, how did y'all meet people?
Where did y'all meet those? And like I met some people at orientation, but like 2 girls, that was it, and we didn't really talk after that. Like,
yeah.
And I was like, the struggle is
I met
real.
this girl at Red Raider camp, like in my team, and like I didn't talk to her at Red Raider camp, and now she's like one of my best friends.
That's
we had
so
a class
crazy.
first semester, and it was like we didn't even talk to each other at Red Raider camp.
Yeah.
But then we had a class, and like
That's hilarious. It's like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
We were meant to be friends.
it was crazy.
It's so crazy how things happen like that.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of moving forward, past those funny times.
Yes.
Tell me about your educational journey, and like, you know, what were your struggles? How do you think your journey has differed from maybe other people's and stuff like that?
I definitely say like I definitely wanted to go away. Like I wanted a far school because I was like when I was deciding, I gave myself a deadline. I decided in April of my senior year where I wanted to go to college. Like everyone else had already decided, and I was like April. I made myself a deadline, made a pros and cons list. I was either going to Memphis or Lubbock.
Yeah.
But they were both the same distance from my house.
Really?
Which is crazy that this one's in state and one's out of state, and it's the same distance.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to like go far away, and then I went far away, and I was like, oh, I don't know anyone.
Yeah.
I gotta do all this on my own. Like, it was a lot of learning. Like, first semester was just a lot of like learning how to like take care of myself, how to, you know, be organized, how to like make sure to go to class and get everything I need to do, and like do my laundry and like all these like things I didn't really think about before, but now I had to.
Eating.
So I ate Chick-fil-A a lot freshman year and kind of like burnt myself out of it.
Yeah.
It's in Rawls, you know, it's like
It's right
super
there.
close.
And I lived in Murray, so it was like right
same.
there. And I was, oh my gosh. And I remember before coming to college, I didn't even really like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, no, I never ate it that
I was
much.
like, why do people hype Chick-fil-A up so much? It's just chicken. And like, it's good, but like, I was so tired of Murray food, and then like you're not really close to any of the other ones like everybody else is. Like you're way out there.
Because Honors just has Starbucks.
Yeah.
And like the closest thing is the market, but that's still like 10-minute walk.
It is, and like I enjoy walking, but like I'm tired of getting my steps in every day.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot, and so yeah, I relate there with being burnt out on Chick-fil-A. And somebody told me the other day, I was sitting outside the Rawls in between classes, and I was like, I don't know what to get for lunch. And they're like, how much you get Chick-fil-A? It's just right there. I was like, no.
I've had it too much.
Please stop. Please.
So tempting. Yeah.
Because I literally had it so much last year too, and I was like, I can't
Gotta
do
take
it
a
again.
break. Gotta take a break. I know. I'm starting to. I took a break from it for like 2 years. Now I'm starting to eat it a little bit more, but like occasionally.
I had it like twice this semester for reference, and I'm always at the Rawls. Like I'm tired. That's how tired of Chick-fil-A I am.
And then I guess I would just say like one thing about me is like I like to be busy all the time. I do not like free time, and so like each semester I've gotten more involved in things, more like my second semester I took 21 hours.
I thought they maxed it out at 20.
Yeah, they did. You have to ask for like a special permit to take over 20 hours.
Are you okay?
That semester was a really fun semester. I like lived in the library a lot and was like in class all the time.
Oh my gosh. What? And would you do it again?
See, most of my classes weren't too bad, so like it was bearable. But if I was taking a lot of like harder classes or like more kind of a lot of workload, like a heavy workload, then I would probably say no. Like, because then the next semester I took organic chemistry that whole year.
Oh,
you cannot take 21 hours of organic chemistry because organic chemistry takes up your whole life.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
And then I also got my job at the TC that year.
Yeah,
and so I was like really busy.
Cannot manage 21 hours again. Yeah, so I thought you were doing 21 hours while working at the TC.
I hadn't started working. I started working at, I do research in the animal science building with the olfaction lab, so I started it that semester. I took 21 hours.
Yeah.
So that was also like
that's
adding more things on my plate. Yeah, it's really
it gets
cool.
busy.
Yeah.
I kind of relate to you in the sense that I like to be always busy. I like doing things, but I also, something I've learned is that I can't always be busy because I get burnt out.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying really hard not to do this semester.
I'm trying to like the way I keep myself busy is maybe doing my hobbies over rather than doing stuff for like work at that time or school stuff, like trying to prioritize my hobbies.
Yeah, I try to make sure I like hang out with people a couple times a week to just give me those breaks from like school and like, you know, continue building those relationships and stuff, because this is like my senior year, so this is my last year with everyone in this close proximity where we all don't really have work and stuff. We all just like in school and like kind of in the same stage of life.
Yeah, I agree. And one thing we've both talked about is our bucket list.
Yes!
We're both graduating in December.
I've done 2 things off of it.
I have done, yes, I'm literally with you. I need to like build mine up a little bit more. But no, literally have a bucket list as well. I feel like we should post that to the TC.
I know we should.
For other seniors, because it's like, for me, especially coming in during like my first year was COVID year, and then I'm graduating so fast, I feel like I've missed out on what people deem like the college experience, and like making friends and going to social events and making all these memories. I feel like I've kind of missed out, and so I'm trying to like make up for lost time. I don't know if other people who were here during COVID, if they've also related to that kind of experience. So watch out for a bucket list on the TC blog, because we are going to make one.
And it's going to be so, because there's so many things in it.
Pictures of ours.
Oh my gosh, I do. I think I took some pictures of when I did stuff from it. I actually have like a video, because I went for golf was one of them.
Oh my gosh, that
like,
sounds fun.
It was so much fun. But I like mini golf. I'm okay at. You know, it's more like luck of like my swing or whatever.
Same. Sometimes I go too hard, too light.
Wherever the ball wants to go, it's kind of just
flies off. Yeah.
But golf is like way harder than I thought.
Oh my gosh, yes, we have like Top Golf, or like there's this Mulligan's place back home. That's like Top Golf, and literally can't even hit the ball sometimes.
No, like my first 5 swings, I didn't make contact with the ball.
Literally,
I just was like, this, and I was like, cool. Okay, guys, don't watch me. I'm embarrassing myself right now. Yeah, it was really bad.
I'm literally with you, and it's so funny because my grandpa tried to teach us how to golf, and I still can't.
Yeah, I feel like it's not that hard.
I don't know why.
But like, for some reason, I just can't do it.
Yes. And so, yeah, really, like, a part of that journey here at Tex has been, like, making up for those lost memories.
Yeah, and, like, making, like, all the things, like, Lubbock offers and Tech offers, like, making sure to get those traditions in. That I've been like, oh, I'll just do it later.
We have, like, the Carol of the Lights coming up soon.
I'm so excited for that. I went my freshman year.
Yeah.
And then,
I watched it on YouTube. It was live. I was like, watch.
No, my freshman year, we all, like, stood in the middle of that parking lot between, like, physics, math, and chemistry. And it was really cool.
Yeah, I did like watching it. Did you see they're already?
Yeah, they're already setting it up, and I'm like, oh,
it's October. I'm like excited, but I'm like, let's celebrate Halloween, guys.
Let's put some like they should have like lights that change colors, like one set for like Halloween, and then like one set for like Christmas.
Just keep it year round.
Yeah,
some spring colors. Exactly.
I'm with you.
I'm with you. But yeah, so moving forward, what do you think were the key skills that got you to where you are here in the TC today, here where you are in your college journey? What?
I mean, I would just definitely say time management.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm really good at time management and kind of know how to keep myself organized. Like, I use my planner. Yeah. I have a big calendar. Yeah. I color code all my classes, all my notes.
Yes.
I like have sticky notes everywhere. Yeah. Like for really important things that I need, and I put them on my laptop.
I put them on my laptop
because
too.
You look at your laptop so much.
Yes, you do.
Or I'll put them on my phone if I need to remember something first thing in the morning. I'll put it on my phone at night. Yeah. And then it's right there.
It's right there. Yeah. I agree. I mean, in our past podcast, we talked a lot about like these skills, and I think they're really important for, again, self-care. And that's what we've kind of talked about in our past podcasts, is that self-care is becoming increasingly important. It was important before COVID, but now more increasingly important considering we're having to continue to adapt, going to online classes, and now we're going back to in-person. And I don't know about you, but like all my classes are in person again this semester. For the first time, I'm working in person again, full-time for the first time. Since we're trying to get back to this normalcy from COVID, and I have been feeling burnt out way more often, and so time management is super important for that, and putting in blocks of time to take breaks and do your hobbies and self-care, or just watch some TV and relax.
I try like, you know, a couple times a week to like sit down with my roommates and like maybe watch a show or a movie or something, just kind of relax and like just take a load off and like not think about anything else.
It's so hard to do sometimes. Like
my mind is always going because I have my to-do list. I'm like, I need to do this, and tomorrow I need to do this, and the next day I need to do this. And I'm like always thinking. I'm like, I just need to stop.
I just need to breathe, watch my TV show, and yes, I'm literally with you. And it's becoming easier, but it's just I hope we don't have to go back to adapting again to online things, then it's like this back and forth.
With like coming back to campus, you have to, you know, figure out like timing of how to get ready, how to drive to school, walk to class. You know, you have a little bit more timing things, and then like you know, with assignments and stuff, like if I have like an hour break between classes, like what can I do? What's the most productive thing I can do to get things done? You know?
But if it's like your lunchtime, like watch some TikTok. It's okay.
I mean, to be fair, most of the time when I eat lunch walking to class, it's so bad.
No, oh my gosh, you need to sit down and eat.
I know, the thing is, like, I put my schedule, like, all back to back, and then all my, like, work hours are back to back, so then
that's me, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah, it's my Tuesdays, Thursdays, 9 to 6.
I don't have campus. I'm on campus every day. Like, 8:30 to 6 o'clock, I'm here, I'm working, I'm going to class. So I'm literally with you. Tuesdays and Thursdays are my more relaxed days just because I have an hour and a half block for lunch instead of my like 30-45 minutes.
See, I need to start scheduling lunches.
Yeah, that's what I learned after my first semester at the TC. Because I was like, I literally had 15 minutes one time, and that was actually me walking from Holden to when we were in West Hall.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, so I don't actually get to eat lunch today?
Yeah, this happens a couple of times this semester. It's like, you know, lunch is just not going to happen today.
Yeah, sometimes that happens because Lauren and I switched foods the other day.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
I was so distracted because I didn't have time to get food. And so sometimes there are days where you just have to starve.
Yeah, and you just gotta wait till you get to go home and then eat a really big dinner.
Yes, it was a really big dinner that night. But is there any last advice you'd like to give to listeners? Just anything related to school, to moving forward in their life, to professional skills, like anything, what advice would you give people?
I would just say, like, what you're doing in college is you're going to take to your, like, future career. So, like, what you work on now is, like, what you're going to do. It's like that saying, like, practice how you perform.
Yeah.
Like, what you're doing now in college is going to show in your work life. And so kind of working on those skills like communication, time management, organization, all those important skills will, like, if you work on them now, because it's okay now to make mistakes.
Yeah.
But, like, when you get in, like, your career and your job, it's like there's more consequences if you make mistakes, you know? So like work on them now so you kind of harness and develop them. Yeah. And so in the future, just
I'm totally with you there. And then kind of going off one thing you said is this has stuck with me since our 6th grade teacher told us this, but the only way you learn is through failing. Like, well, not the only way, but the way you learn and grow is through failing. And so here in college, I think a lot of people put this pressure on themselves to always be perfect, to always be doing 100%, getting those A's. It's so hard. But like, it's so hard, but you also have to realize like this is your time to fail and learn and grow so that when you're in the real world, you're like, oh, I've made this mistake before, or I've failed at this in the past, but now because of that, I know how to do it correctly. Yeah. You have more consequences then. So not faking it here, like you know 100%, 110 of everything, like it's okay to not know everything, to learn that and fail and grow. Yeah,
and definitely building that like support system and those people who encourage you through those times, because like sometimes your failures can like knock you down and like you don't know how to get back up, and just having those people in your life are super crucial.
Yeah, exactly. You need to have those people you can talk to. I think that's super important. So I feel like one takeaway message from this is that it's okay to fail, and it's okay that's going to help you grow, but you know, if you are feeling like there's all these things kind of piling up and you don't know how to control it, talk to somebody. That is all for today, so thank you all for listening. I'm Tori, and this is Claire.
Hi.
And if you're in the TC and you ever have any questions or you ever just want to talk, stop by our office.
Yeah, come talk to us. We're always available.
Yes. Have a good day.